Welcome back to... It's a different kitchen today. I'm house sitting for a friend for two little cute doggos, Kenzo and Ralph, which I'll probably put the picture somewhere around here. Yeah, so that's why I got a different setup. However, still bringing you guys a pretty cool recipe. This recipe is super simple, but at the same time so versatile. It contains 2 ingredients, soybean and water. So you probably guessed it, we're making a soy milk today. Soy milk has gained its popularity in recent years because of plant-based diet. However, where I grew up over in Taiwan, as part of the Taiwanese or the Chinese culture, it's been part of the essentials. It's so versatile that you can add it to cereal, coffee, or even turn it into tofu. And it's so cheap to make. Let me show you how.
To get started, need a couple of pots. Get the biggest one that you've got in your cupboard. Trust me, you will need it. Next, some soybeans. I get mine from my local wholesale grocer. It's about $4 a kilo. You'll need a container to soak your soybeans, and lastly, some water. Here I'm doing 1 to 1.5 soy and water ratio. The soybean do soak up a lot of water, so be generous with your water. So I left the soybeans soaking overnight, and you can see that the soybeans have roughly tripled in size. We now want to drain the soybeans and add fresh water to it for soy milk. The drained soybean water is great for watering plants. Dilute it, feed it to your plants instead of your sink. We are to add fresh water to the soaked soybeans. You can do 1 part soybeans to 2 or 3 parts water based on your personal preferences and how concentrated you like your soy milk to be. Here I'm doing 1 part soybeans to 2 parts water, thinking that I will turn the soy milk into tofu in the next few days. Next, we'll need to grab a big pot that we'll use on the stove. Soy milk can easily bubble over, so a bigger pot will give you a little bit more room for error. Apart from the pot, we also need a blender. Normally, I blend the whole batch in one go in a normal size blender. But here in my friend's kitchen, the closest I can find is this bullet blender thing. I had to split it into 5 batches, but it got the job done despite the size of it. Moving on. Now when cooking soy milk, you want to have your heat on medium, as it's quite easily to burn the bottom of it, so having a gentle heat on while giving it a stir every now and then will help you prevent the soy milk from bubbling over and make an absolute mess on your stovetop. Well, unless you're into that. Once it's boiled for a good 5 minutes, turn the heat off and put it aside to cool down. Now we want to put everything together. We'll need a few tools here. First thing I'm using is a pillowcase. It's really just a clean pillowcase. If you have cheesecloth, that's great, use that. If not, pillowcase really works just fine. Next is a strainer to keep your cloth from soaking in soy milk, and then a pot that is big enough to catch all of the soy milk. And now we want to go grab the soy milk that we put aside to cool off earlier. Put the strainer over the pot and put the pillowcase over the strainer. Roll out your pillowcase so you can see the flat bottom against the strainer. This will be where you pour your soy milk in. Now you want to pour your soy milk in gently. The chunky bits that you're seeing is called okara. It's essentially soy pulp. It is edible and is a really good source of protein and fiber. There will be a future video on what I turn it into. Now, depending on how long you've let the soy milk cool down, you want to make sure that the okara is cold enough for your hands to handle. If it's still hot, leave it on the counter until it won't burn the crap out of your hands. Fold in the ends of the pillowcase and start twisting it. Here, you need to use a bit of elbow grease and milk it. Get it? You're milking the soybeans. Once you've squeezed all of the liquid out, congratulations, you've just made some delicious soy milk. Grab a container and put the okara away. There are lots of good recipes on YouTube showing people how to use it or how to cook with it. I'll also be making videos about it very soon, so stay tuned. Last thing to do is bottling. If you have some used milk bottle, they are perfect for the purpose. Otherwise, any reusable bottle will do the trick. As always, the cost breakdown is as following. The soybean I got is $4 a kilo. We used 200 grams of dry soybean to make the 1 liter of soy milk, which costed us 80 cents, or would you rather pay $3 to $5 from the supermarket? Once bottled up, it's good to stay in the fridge for at least a good week. Yep, it's clearly not my fridge. Since it's still summer here in Australia, I decided to use the extra soy milk I couldn't fit in the bottle for some soy iced latte. And there you have it.
Thank you very much for watching. I will see you in the next video.